Fiber arts are an investment, and you can invest into your loved ones and friends or the orbit around you in small ways and big ways, and you can do that with just your own two hands. I do want to give you some palatable and easy actions that you can do with loved ones around you. Right now, we are in a scary time where division is at full throttle, and there are things that you can do to bring people in and make them and yourself feel heard and make connections during this time where community is going to be super important. One thing that you can do to invest into someone's life around you is something as simple as asking about their project. I promise you, crafters like to talk about their work, but a lot of the times, crafters can feel kind of insecure and they can kind of feel like, who wants to listen to them ramble on about their passion, which is kind of sad to say, but they do want to ramble on. So, being able to give people and loved ones the space to just talk about their passion will uplift their spirits, help their mental health, and during a time of resistance, this is one thing to keep them grounded and help persevere through all the terrible headlines that we see every day. As artists or just crafters, which are the same thing, a simple question and curiosity about what you're doing with your own two hands can really go a long way and make you feel like you are heard and seen within your own small communities or orbits. So, after seeing this video, I do implore you to consider reaching out to a friend, a family member, or a peer and just get the conversation rolling. Just ask them, what are you working on today? Another way that you can invest into peers or loved ones is to teach somebody. If you have the ability to crochet or knit or do any other fiber art, you can teach them how to do the craft themselves. They don't have to be a pro to start off with, but something to keep your hands busy during these times can be super beneficial. And art is political and punk, and it's a really great way to invest into another person. You don't have to do big classes and have to earn a living to teach somebody. You can teach your neighbor, you can teach a family member, you can teach your best friend on how to crochet so you can have some common ground with somebody. During these times, having common ground is going to be really beneficial and super important. And here's a tip. For those learning on the craft, sometimes knowing that you can make a scarf or a hat just isn't enough for them. For me, it wasn't enough to pick up the craft. It wasn't until I learned about amigurumi, or the plushie making, that really put my sights into full throttle for me to learn. And you can let them know about home decor or wearables of other sorts. So let them know about all the other projects that are included in the fiber arts world. Teaching someone this skill is a really great way to invest in somebody now and in the future. This is a really great post-apocalyptic skill. This is a great bartering skill as well. So something to consider, and just having some common ground with another person can make you feel connected and make you feel like you have a lifeline, a support system, and just another person a part of your community. Another way that you can invest into others is setting something up for you and a couple of friends. This could be something like a movie night or a game night where you get to craft along with each other. Sometimes it's hard to get started on a project, and working on a project is beneficial for everybody involved. So, if you were the one to start maybe like a movie date where you jump online to watch a movie or even in person, but you have a project together, that would be a really great way to invest into others, into their mental health, and make them feel like they have a support system and a community around them. I know a lot of people are starting to feel like community is crumbling because America is so hyper focused on individualism. But we definitely want to break that and let people know that we can craft, create, and resist together. Resisting also looks like rest. Resting and feeling fulfilled with the people around you will go a long way and something that is vital and important to our human experience. Another way to invest into others is to share their work. We all have social media to a degree, and whether your friends or loved ones post their work just for fun, or because they have a small business, or because they're trying to promote something, you can help them. Everyone has social media and it's free, and you can help share along and their journeys and successes and engage with their content. That can go a really long way. And don't ever think to yourself, well, I don't have a following, so what's the point of sharing? The fact that you are sharing shows the other person that you're invested in their work and their time and energy, and that you support them. Whether it becomes results or anything doesn't really matter, but helping them, making them feel loved is a really great way to invest into your community, into your loved ones during these times. And it's a great way to show solidarity with small businesses. There's a lot of people who have financial difficulties, and doing one share, it's not always about having the most amount of eyes on work, but sometimes it's about having the right pair of eyes. So definitely take that time to do so, and it doesn't take much to do it. liking, commenting, and sharing someone's post doesn't really take a lot of effort and energy, and it's definitely something that your friends and loved ones will remember for many days to come. And this doesn't have to be strictly online. If they're hosting markets, go visit them. If they are someone who live streams, sit in on their live stream. You don't even have to participate all the time. Just keeping the tab open can really help and make them feel loved and secure. Another way to invest into people and yourself is taking the first step and sharing your work with them. Sometimes that's the extra push someone needs to get started on their own project. Seeing that people are being proactive and working on something can be enough for me to be like, you know what? I need to get started on a project too. And we all know working on a project is the difference between a good day to a great day. You always feel more productive when you have a project in hand, and even if you only get 2 rows in a single day done, you made progress, and a lot of people feel very accomplished with that feeling. You know, it might feel a little selfish to do so, but it can go a long way with loved ones to just share your work and get the conversation of art started. Sending people your work or sharing about it can be a way to invest into your community and, more importantly, into yourself. I know this is about investing into others, but you can't invest into others unless you're happy and content with your own inner dialogue. Another way to invest into others is the act of gift giving. If you have some extra tools or some extra income and you're, refreshing your tools or yarn stash or something, why not spend a few extra dollars and get something for a loved one? If I had a loved one who gave me some yarn that I really like, or maybe even a new crochet hook, that might inspire me to get started on a new project. We want to make sure that we avoid sharing patterns and intellectual property amongst each other, but if there are free patterns online, you can always send those as inspiration to friends and family. You can be on platforms such as Ribbler where you're able to gift patterns to one another and supporting a small business. And you can do these with physical items too. So if you have some extra yarn lying around or you have some extra notions and tools that you can share, I know I have plenty of polyfill to go around, so maybe I'll do that next for a friend that I see. Give them a big bag of polyfill as a gift. Being able to gift one another is a really great way to invest into your community and just invest into others and help them get started. I know sometimes when I'm stuck using the same yarn over and over and over, it can start to become kind of a lull. And I think if someone were to give me a yarn that they really liked, I would feel a lot more inspired to start a project. Speaking of gift giving, you can go even as far if you have the bandwidth to create for others. A handmade gift speaks 1,000 words, and it is something that you get to keep forever. And how often are people receiving gifts? These can be for friends and family just because, if someone is having a hard time with their mental health, a gift can go a long way. If there's an educator in your life that you want to gift because they are doing the hard work, I'm sure that they would appreciate it a ton. Do you have a favorite content creator that is doing the work that you really like to see? A lot of them have PO boxes that you can gift, and gifts don't have to be these big, huge things. Just something that said, I was thinking of you can go a long way. And finally, a way to invest into the community or into others is crocheting or knitting or using your fiber art talents to crochet who are less fortunate and maybe going through a harder time in your inner circles, orbit, or just community, whether it be your city or state. There's a lot of ways that you can crochet for the community. I actually have a whole video on ideas and ways that you can do that. But if you feel like that's your way of giving back to the community, this is totally valid and a great way to go about it. There are plenty of organizations that take in donations of materials, of gifts, or even just your time and effort that you can put into these things to help the less fortunate, those displaced, or those who are being impacted by the current administration of the United States, or anywhere in the world, really. I know every government has its issues, and this far right ideology seems to be a plague that is taking over the world. So do what you can and invest into others. Thank you so much for watching this video. There's a lot that you can do to invest into others. Sometimes just making an impact on one individual each day can go a long way. We are all interconnected, and we are connected in ways that we can't even see until we see the results of it. So right now, it's really important to work on those ripple effects, and these are a few ways that you can invest into those around you. Thank you so much, and if there's anything that I'm missing, please let me know down in the comments below. I myself am learning how to invest into others as well. Investing into your small circles goes a long way. Thank you so much.